I liked this interaction and I liked the chemistry and the back and forth, but I wanted to give some critique that I think might help women. They've been on 2 dates, and I guess this is counted as date 3, and already the conversation of marriage, having children, prenups, how many people are on your roster, when are you going to get rid of the people on your roster, all of that is being discussed when they're not even friends. They don't have an established friendship. They don't have a business relationship. They have not gone through any highs or lows, ups or downs. They don't know how each other handles a crisis. There's no skin in the game. There's no time with each other that has been put in, and yet, and this is on the female side, females immediately start talking about entering into a legally binding contract based on an attraction. Sign a contract with me that legally binds us for life based on you're sexually attracted to me. If we have sex and the sexual chemistry is good, then let's play house and let's talk marriage. And to me, it should be the other way around. I think the sexual play between men and women is not a foundation. And when people meet, what they should establish is a friendship. Can I be friends with you? Do I like you as a person? Can we do business together? Can we do things as two human beings that have things in common so that there is a foundation and that is stable, steady, secure? Can we go through highs and lows together and come out of it unscathed? How do we handle crisis? How do we handle tragedy? How do we handle turmoil? None of that is known. And yet, day one, the conversation of marriage is on the table. That is backwards. Men don't do this predominantly, females do. They meet a man and there's a sexual attraction, and women immediately want to discuss what are we doing? Where are we going? Who's on your roster? Are we getting married? Do you want marriage? Do you want kids? And they start asking all of these questions that should not come up for 2 years, because you don't even know if you like this person as a human being. You don't have a friendship in place. You don't have any business interests that you've established. You don't know each other. You're two complete strangers that have a physical attraction that is going to fade, certainly after you have sex and as you get older. So you have to have something more substantive in place for it to be sustainable. I love this interaction. It's a teachable moment, and it's certainly something we all can learn from. Two people meet. There's a chemistry and an attraction, and immediately, predominantly females go right into marriage, prenups. How many women are you having sex with? And ask really invasive questions that are premature. You don't have a friendship in place. You don't even know if you like this person. You don't know their habits. You don't know if you have any business things in common that you could potentially do. There's nothing there. And I think this is a huge contributing factor to why relationships between men and women don't work. It's the push-pull between men being sexually attracted and wanting sex, and women using that as a way to rope the man into a committed situation. Why? Because that's what they were told they should do. You don't know each other. You don't have a solid friendship in place. You don't have any business dealings that you're working on. And there should be zero discussion on marriage, on prenups, on babies, and on getting rid of people on your roster when you have no skin in the game. And it shouldn't be, okay, if sex between us is great, will you get rid of the people on your roster? There's still no skin in the game. And I like Melly and I like Gilbert. So this is not a criticism of either one of them. It's a critique of how men and women interact with each other, and they set the stage for failure out the gate because women come in with unrealistic conversation, unrealistic expectations, with no foundation in place whatsoever. The conversation is already at a legally binding contract that isn't based on friendship, because there is no friendship. It's not based on a business relationship, because there's no business taking place. So the conversation has to be based on sexual attraction. There's a sexual attraction. Let's talk a legal contract. And that is insanity. So women should focus on friendship first. Then can we do business together? And let's see if we can love each other as human beings unconditionally, with or without the sex, before any conversation of living together and slide these other people out if I'm going to slide in. You don't need to be committed if you don't have a solid, stable, steady foundation in place. Just food for thought.